It's here. A week late. Now this is my bearings for my metal cutting saw. Metal cutting saw is down until I get this fixed, and that should be just a little while. Now, these came from Bandsaw Tire Warehouse. They shipped it the same day I ordered, so it's not their fault. And they've got all kinds of stuff for bandsaws, bearings, tires, who knows what else. I'm sure they probably got blades, everything. Any kind of part you need for a bandsaw, they got it. They are in Warren, New Jersey. Now, like I said, they shipped it the same day. Post office, we know how the post office is. Like it never got here. And I found these people through eBay, order from eBay. I don't think that had anything to do with it. But I normally don't fool with eBay. Grab the small one. That is the saw, the guide bearings for the saw. There's 8 of those. And these little ones are for the very side, and we'll see that in a little bit. I think I can go ahead and change them. I might as well change them, I got them. And we're going to get the metal cutting bandsaw back up and running. And I've also located a couple more metal bandsaws that may be metal cutters, I'm not sure. But I might look at those in the next couple of days. I know one of them can be a metal cutting saw, but we'll see. See what all that's going to entail. But for now, this one has got to be fixed because I need it. I had to rearrange my whole works because I've already made 2 videos, or started 2 videos, and ranting and raving about the post office, but I'm not even going to put those up. So don't matter, it's here now, everything's good. Let's get started. Alright, we're going to take this thing apart. And this is my Frankenstein table that I built a good while back. When I got it all set up, I really need to refix this. The screw sticks out a little bit, but need a screw with a little bit smaller head on it, or either open this up. We'll worry about that later. Okay, put our screws right back here. Blade had popped off of it. Alright, I think this blade is still okay. No, it's not either. It's got a bunch of teeth gone, so that one's out. Alright, these are the bearings I have to replace. These here. I don't know if you can see it. When I replace that other one with the wrong size, you can tell it's wrong. It's too big, and it's already, looks like it's coming apart. See all that play? That ain't supposed to be there. So, bear with me, hang on. There. Now, let's take this whole little block assembly out and take it over to the workbench is the easiest way. I've already done this before, so I know about what it's going to take. And we'll take this socket cap screw out here. And we'll put it right there and hope we don't knock it over. There's another one back behind here. Take that one out. Of course, it's hard to get to. Almost there. Can almost get my fingers on it, but not quite. And I thought these had wore out pretty quickly. Because the first one went earlier this year or last year. One did. But I forgot I've had this saw a long time. And it's been a lot of use. Not the age, just how much use it gets. Okay, we'll leave that right there. There's our little block assembly. I said there was 8 bearings. 4 and 4 here. And the one there. That one's scored up too. So, alright, let's go to the workbench. Put the new ones on. Clean that off a little bit. Well, hang on. It's not really early, but I hadn't been out here but a minute, and I have not gotten my shop legs about me yet. Phillips screw. That's some kind of cheap stubby screwdriver. We go with a more cheap Harbor Freight screwdriver. And these just come off like this. That, and that one comes out like that. Let's make sure we don't mix them washers up like that. Leave it to me, right? That's alright. These two are on one side and that was on the other side. Shouldn't matter which way. Yeah, that one's crunchy. I can feel it. Okay, both of these were actually the wrong size, I do believe, if I remember right. Like that, there's those. Now let's get our new ones out. 4 and the small one. Then we go back on like that. It's pretty simple once you do it, just get into it, and it's nothing that hard. Like that. That washer was on the inside. Outside. Washer there. Drop right back in there, like something like that. Two things I would really like to have back to normal or not have. One is eyesight, and the other is I wish I didn't have arthritis. Okay. That's going to be like that. Then these back in. My hand's in the way, ain't it? Just like that. Get it snug. Turns freely. Now I don't know if I should oil these or not. I wouldn't think so, because being as I cut metal with it, them little tiny fine metal shavings, that oil stick it and make it like glue almost. Like that. Alright. But these guide the blade. This one keeps the pressure, the back pressure on it. Alright, let's go put this one back on and take the other one back off. Alright, this is the top block. Came off exactly like the bottom, except it's turned the opposite way. Do the same thing here. Yep, I had to replace these too. See, they're not the same. That side's crunchy. Alright, let me get these off. I'm not going to go through the whole thing again. It's exactly like what we did just now. And there we go. Now this one, the little idler one there, you talk about crunch. Got a big score mark right there, but it's almost in two. That's where the blade rides up against it. That's alright. This is going to work fine. Let's go put it back in the saw and we'll put it all back together and give it a test run. Now I should have done this when I replaced this screw. Got a big countersink. Let's open this up a little bit and man the way again. It's just aluminum. There we go. Now it sits underneath there. And that one sits pretty flush already. There we go. That's that. See, if I had done that before, I wouldn't have to fool with it. Alright, let's walk back down there and put it together. Alright, got us a new blade. I had to get those too. This is Morse brand that I've been using all this year for sure. Tend to be very good. They hold up good. And these are the 14 to 18th tooth per inch. And they are a little bit irritating to put on there. Just a little bit of tension on there. Slip over that tire on that wheel there. Sometimes you need one more hand. There we go. Stay there. Okay, put tension back on there. Now watch your ears. I'm just going to bump it one time to make sure it's seated. Just like that. Now when you get these saws, it has a little table about that big, if you want to call it a table, that very hard to work with the way I use it. Now you can get different tables. Swag makes one. The best one I think is the Swag table, but when I built this little table, they were They're right proud of them. They're way out of my price range, and still are. But the only thing that one of those will do that this won't do, they make two models. One, you can take the blade off without taking the table, your saw off the table, which that one's even more expensive. And this was free, about an hour's worth of work from something I already had, and it works just fine. Know what I mean? Alright, most everything on this saw is metric. Well, this screw has been replaced, except this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm bad about getting my hands in the way. And the way mine's set up, you just tighten that screw, tighten that one. That will move a little bit, but I don't put a lot of pressure on it. There we go. Now, hang on, let me find a piece of scrap. We're gonna make one small cut and make sure everything looks good. Now, you would think there would be a guard on here, but it's not. That's the way it came. All right, we're gonna make a test cut on a piece of scrap, 1095. Now, put your hearing protection in. It's gonna get loud. Put your safety glasses on. I'm waiting. There we go. Now, watch your volume. By George, I think we got it. Before it was jumping and bouncing, you can see one of these bearings jumping up and down. So, the reason it was really hard to start, depends on where I get the 1095. From this company, it's laser cut. When you laser cut it, it hardens that edge just a little bit until you get started, and then it's annealed and softened. That's why it did that. Now, 1095 that I get from Jantz, which is this, which will be that. It is more, you can even tell on the finish, it's more, I think they use like a water jet or something, and it's not like that. It'll cut straight through. But a lot of times they don't have the 2-inch and this wide, so I have to get it from another place. USA made. So there we go. That is how. Not going to say how to, that's how I did it. Put new bearings in. And this is a Bauer Harbor Freight portable hacksaw. And that's what that is. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. Maybe this will help somebody out. And I'll see y'all next time. Get back to work now.